Hey, bestie. Welcome back. I know that I've been gone for a while. I haven't posted in a fat second, and that is because I've been busy. I've been booked and busy. I might have left my job without having another job lined up because I was finito. I was done. And so I had to find a new job, found a new job, and have been onboarding with that job. And it's been crazy. So life happens, things happen, but here I am recording again. As you can see, my background is a little bit different. I am now in my living room. I was in my bedroom before. I just wanted more space. I wanted to have my bedroom be my bedroom again, and I'll kind of go into that a little bit later on. But I thought today a game that I've been playing that I've really liked is called House Flipper, and so I thought that we could play House Flipper while I just catch you up on life. But yeah, welcome back to Kortny's Corner, and we're just gonna shoot the crap. So here we go. Here we go play. So I don't know if any of you guys have played this game. Essentially, you start off with a shack. This is what my shack looked like before. And my shack does not look like that now. So I will give you guys a little tour for my shack. I haven't quite figured out, I haven't played this in a second because I've been busy with work. But I played it the first time. Well, pause. I got a new PC. It's so nice. So nice. So when I first got it and I got it all set up and everything, I played this game for 20 hours straight, and it was probably one of the best times of my life. So now I'm like, okay, Kortny, let's get back to it. But in the midst of playing it for a long period of time, I did this shack. So let me see if I can remember how the controls work and everything. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, this was the shack now. I painted, got a new bed, moved some stuff around. Look at me go. Look at my new little kitchenette. I wish I took pictures of what it looked like before. If you end up playing this game, you'll know what it looks like before. But yes, this is my bedroom now. Obviously, got to have a little mini fridge. Got a TV in my desk. Okay, here's the thing. Could I sell this shack? Yeah, I could. Am I going to sell the shack? No, I won't. Why? I just have like a special attachment to it. Although I would really like to figure out how to cut the grass. I don't know if I just haven't unlocked it yet or I can't with this house. Like it's like not an option. But if I actually don't do that. If I look at my things, I still have one thing locked, and I think it has to be the lawnmower. Anyways, moving on. If you guys haven't played this before, hold on, I'll show you my bathroom. Look at the little plants. I have a picture in my bathroom. I decided because the shack is so small, I'm not gonna put a sink in here. I'd rather have this big tub. So I ended up just getting a big tub. And those are candles with cinnamon sticks around it. Bath time's gonna pop off. But I already have a sink right here, and it's like super close. So I'm like, I'll just wash my hands here. But anyways, closing that. If you guys haven't played this game before, 10 out of 10 recommend. For your girl, she has ADHD. So this just occupies my brain enough where it just helps me relax. But yeah, okay, so you start out with a shack, and I mean, you can go into fixing it up, or you can go right into jobs. So you have this computer, and there's like a crap ton of jobs you can do. I mean, I've already done these ones, and I have all of these ones that I can also do. So good morning. I hope you can help me Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Ooh. I already started it. Let's restart. I don't know what was going down, so let's just restart it. Anyways, since we're getting this up and going, hi. How have you guys been? I know it's been a second. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. We're just gonna start opening up some doors. We're gonna close you because it's gonna be a second. Excuse okay. Oh, okay. Let's just clean this up real quick. But yeah, how have you guys been? I have been. Some of you know because like you're a part of my like life. But been going to therapy. It's been good. Therapy's been great. We were doing every week, but I decided that we decided that I just needed a little bit more, stories, not stories. I just felt like I wasn't coming to the appointments with any sort of new content. I felt like we were revisiting the same things over and over again. And though that's fine, I feel like I want opportunity to make progress. And I just didn't feel like I was doing that. Like going weekly. Is your girl messed up? Yeah, she's pretty messed up. But that doesn't, like, I felt like I needed to use what I'm using it like doing in therapy practically, and like be able to like use the work that we're doing, and in like my everyday life, and then come back to the appointments saying, this is what we learned last week and this is how I used it this week. And I just felt like I didn't have enough time to do that. So we're doing it like we're trying once a month. I took a month off, and within that month I ended up quitting my job and stuff. But I mean, there's reasons for that. There's reasons why I quit my job. Um, Ultimately, at the end of the day, all I want to say is know your worth. I spent a lot of time doing my job like my job was my identity. And it isn't. For any of you that are wasting yourself away in order to prove something at work, don't do it. You don't get paid enough. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough oomph inside of you in order to do that all the time. And it took me a while to figure that out. So for me, it got to a point where my health was really bad, took medical leave, and I came back, and I wasn't set up in a place where I could use the things that I went on medical leave for practically. I worked with a ton of different people while I was on leave, and as soon as I came back, because I had taken a step down before I left, I didn't have as much control over my schedule, and the people that were creating my schedule did not respect. I don't want to say didn't respect me enough. I feel like they didn't honor all the work that I had done while I was gone, and didn't give me the space in order to still work on those things when I came back. And they instantly put me into a place where I had no choice but to fall back into old patterns, which once again sacrificed my health. And though that is something that I wouldn't speak up about before, or wouldn't have pressed too much before, now it's something that I hold very close and dearly to myself. Like, I did not go through all of this to still be treated like I was invisible. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's why I left. I spent a year of my life working my ass off, and trying my best to only be met with a work environment that abused that, and and at the same time tell me that I'm doing too much, or I need to relax, when ultimately at the end of the day, like, I was put in that position because I needed to, in order for things to function properly, and in order for things to work properly. I couldn't have not worked the way that I did. So taking a step back and just being like, going on leave and choosing myself finally to only come back and ultimately feel like I was bullied in a sense. I couldn't, I wasn't okay with that. So I, after a year of speaking up and trying to have people around me like understand the stuff that I was going through, I couldn't handle it anymore, and I had a really bad panic attack to the point where I was huddling on the ground in a back room, and um, and I knew that I had mentally reached my capacity with this job. So after that panic attack, I said, "Yeah, no more." Um, you son of a biscuit. So that day, like a couple hours later, I put in my 2 weeks with no job lined up and trusted in the Lord, and just said, if he is making me feel like I'm gonna be okay, then I'm gonna be okay. So that's what I did. I believed that everything was gonna be okay, and it was, and that's that. Like, you can only try your hardest, and you can only do as much as you can. And if that's not good enough for some people, then that's not good enough for them, and that's not your problem. If they can't get their head out of their ass, just leave. I don't know how else to say it. Like, at the end of the day, you need to be there for you. You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect your environment. You only have one life. So, anyways, moving on. Rant over. I ended up quitting my job, and I signed an offer letter 35 hours later. My therapist was not happy with me. She said I needed more time in order to process stuff. And at that time I was like, no, like, I'm fine. Turns out not fine. So now I'm in a space where I very much am wanting to pack up all my belongings, go in a van, and run away for the rest of my life. Can't do that. At least not right now. So the closest that I can do to that is go on trips. So I am clean, go. So I am going to Disney at the end of September. And then I am going to London the semi-middle of November. I'm so excited for all those things. But yeah, life's been crazy. Job is okay. I mean, I'm still in the same industry as I was before, which I think that's what makes it difficult. Me and my therapist are actually talking about imposter syndrome right now, where at my other job, because I had worked, because it was the longest job I had ever had at that point. So because I had worked in that job for so long, and I had put so much time and effort into it, and ultimately was kind of an expert at my job in the different processes we were doing and the different programs, training people that were making double my wage, to now being in the same industry but with a different company, to where I feel like I'm absolutely just stupid. I'm having a hard time, not a hard time learning, more like a hard time um, onboarding because I started and instantly kind of was thrown into some stuff. Like I didn't have the proper time to onboard, which has made it really hard to learn new programs. And though they're not new programs to me, uh, just like, you know, Google and Microsoft can be both, search engines. They operate similarly, but they're different. Same thing kind of goes with the industry. We might have same programs, but they operate slightly differently enough where it can affect um, just like how easy you use the program. Before, I could run circles around my job. It was very easy. It was fine. But switching to basically the same industry, just um, just a different, like, staying in the same industry and switching to just like a different company. It's just been interesting. I honestly thought that if I were to leave my previous job, I would go to a different industry, different career. Honestly, the funnest time that I've ever had while working ever was was working at a restaurant and working at a coffee shop at the same time. And I don't know if it's just, when you're an adult, you kind of dream about these things. But for me, I dream about that now. I dream about um, quitting my corporate job and just working in restaurant and a coffee shop and making ends meet. Maybe have 2-3 jobs, maybe do a little retail too. But I feel like I dream about that more than like working in the industry that I'm in now. I just work so hard to be where I'm at, and I've worked so hard to have the salary that I'm at. But does money actually matter? I as long as more time goes on, I'm realizing that money doesn't really actually matter. I feel like I'm more concerned about my happiness, and my happiness might be working 3 jobs and doing why are you being like this? Why are you being like this? Hold on. One second. Sorry. It's being dumb. Stop being dumb. Yeah, I just don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if it is worth having all this anxiety. Sadly. Which sucks. But like I said, it is what it is. We can't change anything right now. At least I can't change anything right now because I promised my therapist I wouldn't do anything else before we meet each other again. She's worried that I'm just going to quit my job and figure it out. Which ultimately, I have a life saying that it is what it is and I'll just figure it out. And I've always just figured it out. I'm contemplating it. Not going to lie. I am contemplating living my best life. And I don't really, can you not sell? And I don't really know what my best life is. And I feel like that's kind of scary to say at 27 of like, for me, I always pictured that my life would be some sort of way. I mean, I was heavily involved in a church. So get this. 5 years ago, I was heavily involved in a church, was a worship leader for campus, and was going to get married. That is so far from where I'm at right now. Not that I have gone away from God, but I'm not a part of a community church anymore. I'm never going to be back in a relationship again because last time, traumatic. And I always thought that I would just I wanted to be in a career, or I wanted to be a boss woman. And I just want to be a bird. You know? Don't you want to be a bird? Mm-hmm. I want to be a bird. Just have a nest in like a really pretty tree, probably like a weeping willow. It reminds me of my grandma's house. Yeah. I don't have the time or the energy I don't have the time or the energy to do this current life that I'm living too much longer. And not in like a scary way. I take meds for that. I see so many stories and I see so many things about people living lives because they feel like they have to, or it's just something that they've always done. And I've never been that type of a person of like, I have to do this because, you know, and I've always been the type of person where I've just always desired to live. I've always desired to like be free and have fun, and I've never allowed myself the space to do that. Like, I was going to settle down at 22. For some people, that's their dream. For me, thank God I did not get married at 22. I don't see that for me. I now as a 27-year-old, I would have felt very suffocated by that. I would have felt I think I would have felt suffocated because I don't think the person that I was going to get married to has the same type of adventure in life that I have inside of me. Granted, I have not allowed myself to really do that adventure in life. So with quitting my job and starting with this one, luckily I have a boss now that really values taking time off and like hearing me as a person. And so that's why I'm doing all of these trips now. Like, I'm going to go and see the world and have fun and really try to allow myself to have fun. But it took me a second to realize that that's what I want. And now I'm like, you know, I'm in a job that pays well, that allows me to go and do things. But is it enough? Because I can do that with having 3 part-time jobs and figuring it out, right? Like, I can do that. But would that be more stressful, having 3 part-time jobs that I would like doing, than one full-time job that pays well, has good medical benefits? I think that's the caveat, you know? Like, once you're an adult and, you know, some things are just more pressing than others, right? So, medical insurance, that's a real freaking thing. And the job that I have has great medical insurance. The team that I have is fantastic. I'm just not happy. And I don't know what would make me happy. I think that's also another thing is, you know, I can fantasize about, oh, if I leave and if I go do this, if I go do that, like that'll make me happy. But will it? Will it actually? Or am I just telling myself that that will make me happy? I don't think it would make me happy. I'd like to tell myself that doing that would, you know, make me happy, but I don't think it would. So, hence why my therapist is like, don't do anything rash until we talk. So the next rash thing that I'm doing is I'm going blonde again. For those of you that have seen me in the past, you saw me in my blonde phase. It's coming back, baby. It's coming back. I'm going to be blonde again. In the middle of September is my appointment. So who knows? There should be some more videos, hopefully. You know what? I'm no longer making promises with the videos, if I'm being truthfully honest with myself, because my mind is the size of an acorn, and I don't know if I can, make do on promises. But what I can say is that I'm going to try. Ooh, dirty bathroom. I'm going to try and make more videos or, do more. So today, actually, I called out of work. Some of the times, most of the times, I forget to take some of my medication. And when I do remember to take it, it sometimes can have a bad reaction. So I woke up not feeling too well. I actually have my attention migraine right now. This entire top part muscle of my shoulder blade is super tight, probably like that much higher than this side, and just wrecking it up in here. But I took some naps today, took some medicine. I also haven't allowed myself to really rest after some surgeries. I had all 4 wisdom teeth taken out that were fully rooted, so you can only imagine how freaking painful that was. So yeah, I got all 4 taken out, and then one side, the jaw was peeking through the gums. So they had to go in and shave off like the lower part of my jaw on this side. So I've had a couple surgeries over the last 3 weeks and have been trying to work within that. And my body's just tired. And I think taking the medicine with my body being tired just knocked me out. So called in sick today, took the day off, and said, Kortny, you need to rest. Like you need to chill. Like you've been working really hard. You've been doing your best, and we're no longer going to don't paint, not right now. We're no longer going, biscuit. We're no longer going to run yourself dry. Like you're going to respect your body and respect your mind. So here I am taking the day off. But yeah, how have you guys been? I have been thinking about, what are they on? Oh, if you haven't seen the background, I have some Sidemen on. I'm a big fan of the Sidemen. I watch a lot of their stuff. Right now I have just like a compilation video of some of their GTA things going on. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm excited for the trips that are coming up. I'm excited to hopefully get back into videotaping with my new computer. Y'all, it's so nice. I'm doing 2 things at once, which makes editing so much faster. And so this will be my first video with the new setup. So I'm really excited to see how fast I can edit. I know that I am recording a couple things all at once, which is really freaking cool. So I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, thanks guys for letting me ramble today. I know that I haven't really been videoing a lot. I have some ideas with some new things that I want to try out with the channel. I have some friends that I might want to bring on. I have a new personal trainer. I'll talk about that in probably a later video once I'm able to get on and pop in. Because I've had 2 oral surgeries, I haven't been able to fully do the plan yet. But yeah, I have a personal trainer now. She plans my meals. She plans workouts. So you might see some body transformations coming up on the channel too. I was able to lose 75 pounds by myself. But the next stretch, I'm like, I need somebody there to keep me accountable. So I'm excited for the personal trainer. I'll tell you guys all about that in probably a future video. But yeah, I'm excited being back, having a computer that can function, having a new space now that just feels more open and airy. And then I will most likely tell you about my new setup in my bedroom and why I moved out here versus in there. I might be dabbling into some old hobbies of mine. Some of you might know what some of that is. For those of you that don't, you'll see in the future. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.